Ooh, hold on. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on, we got a little technical
Hold on.
right now.
I'm gonna hit one of these.
No, we got too much headroom.
Hold on, see that bitch lock in.
There we go. Cut the light.
No.
Not this light. Look at that light. Yeah, there we go.
That bitch ain't locking in. Damn. That bitch ain't locking in. Look. Told you.
Keep the light on there. All right, so look, we back. We back with another video.
Definitely
you feel me?
Video, okay.
So we finna hit you with some scary shit.
I mean, how many scary videos we did so far? It's like second, third,
fourth one. I think this the fourth one. Bro, they done seen my hairline.
Cause
y'all done seen my hairline.
I made down. It was the whole time.
It was the whole time. But it's all good though. Y'all done seen a good sneak peek.
I was like,
I
told you at the time.
You're right.
It's cold out there. The wind might blow your shit. You know,
might blow that
shit already
the fuck off.
Yo, hairline nigga or the do rag?
Both.
Yeah. My bad, cuz. No disrespect. Nah. Talking about your hairline. I didn't know you was bald. I thought that was real.
I ain't bald, nigga. Bro. Anywho.
Look at that.
I heard some crazy ass shit not too long ago. We forgot to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? It was some jets.
Oh yeah.
You know, tell them.
Oh, some jets. Man, I mean, like we you know, since we was offline, you know, we be trying to come up with topics
and shit.
Topics, my bad.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, that's I don't want to get copyright for that over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Technical difficulties, y'all.
Looking at I ain't gonna get copyright for what was on the screen. Thank shit, because I peeped that in the cut.
You talking about that?
Yeah.
We bad.
Thank shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh, like I was saying, yeah. First of all, I don't even understand why the fuck Bitcoin even let this shit happen. But 230 million?
Nah, say how you said it to me.
Cuz
tell
I ain't even done telling them. But 230 million.
230.
Not one bandit.
30 million.
Not two, but five. 5 jets under the age of 26 to 20 stole 230 million by scamming somebody.
Poor
that
dude.
Is crazy.
That's a poor dude.
One body, one person, 230 million.
He could have been giving back.
And they was scamming. You know, bro, you not understand. Like,
I need to start scamming.
Oh, like I was saying to you, cuz spent $500,000 a night at Miami. I'm talking about it was one time he went to like designer places and got purses and went to the club and gave them out to a random girl. I think 2 models got like designer bags type shit.
You're stupid.
I mean,
you're stupid.
Cuz just had the money. Just
I don't give
blow
a fuck. If anything, I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm not gonna get no
like. How? Because you already scammed that money. Somebody.
I'm a scam. Yeah, I'm a scammer. I'm still investing in myself.
You're right.
Shit, I might as well make more money out of this shit.
True. But look,
what the fuck I'm doing with all that?
230 million, and it's
give you a damn purse.
And it's all because one person, the youngest one of the whole goddamn Brady bunch, couldn't know how to spend money right.
You're supposed to spend like 1,000 here.
Come on, cuz.
Maybe even 2. Maybe even 2. But that's the highest you can go a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying spend it as in this is $2,000. Buy that because it's $2,000. I'm saying this might be $30.
Get groceries.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
You tripping.
I would have took the flight to Japan, bought a house. All right, then I would have chilled out. After that, I would have invested to a hotel.
You can convert all that money that your half of the money converted to Japan. If you was plan on doing that shit, it would have been way more money.
Big nice.
You want to come a little closer. Well, if it's not going to charge it, it's not charging.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. That's a news report over there. She getting the top info. Heck nah. But yeah, 230 million. Besides that, I got me a new whip ski.
Yeah, dog got a new car. Yeah, that'd be hard.
I got me a new whip ski. Hope this bit lasts. You know what I'm saying? I like, fuck with it. I like this one. I like this one.
But shit, like I was saying though, yeah, convert that shit. In Japan, you know what I'm saying? This shit gonna make more money from what you got if you go there. You feel me? So like, you really fucked yourself up. You fucked you and your team up. You know what I'm saying?
The team, cause boy, I'm trying to tell you, y'all got 230 million.
Gone down.
That's five of us, right? I ain't even gonna be greedy, cause between four of y'all can split the 200 million.
It's 2 million.
That's 40 million apiece. I'm asking for the 30. I'm gone. I don't even care about the rest of it. If I don't scout somebody at 230 million, but I'm gone, bro. Canada, Mexico, that's probably the only two places I had, bro. Because why? Mexico. Canada then ain't gonna say shit. And Mexico, but you got the cartel shit. If you get caught, you can just throw money towards it. They probably gonna kill you too, shit, but Lord knows.
But anyway,
it's time to get in these scary, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking videos. So hold on, though.
Hold on. Yeah.
Get the lighter.
The light skis.
You can make sure that bit work.
Light skis.
And don't forget to ask right, cuz. Looking nice. You know what I'm saying? My boy Max, Mr. Rasta.
Rasta.
Hold on, I got you.
There you go. Rasta. All right. Oh shit, you right? What the fuck is that? No.
On the computer?
No, bro. I don't want you to ask on your computer.
There you go, cut.
Lighter.
Looking at. So shit.
Lighter.
Looking at. About time.
Lighter.
Normally we had to be like lighter. Oh, hold on. Where that bitch at? Okay. So you at? Looking at. No, that bitch wasn't working. Oh yeah, the video by Night Scares, Mr. Night Scares, not Nightmare Scares.
Before anything, make sure you like, comment.
Hey, definitely subscribe, my boy.
Man, subscribe, man.
Put that notification bell on.
Help us out.
Help
a nigga out. Help a nigga out, man. Help us. Let a nigga a fry.
Help. You know what I'm saying? Just a fry.
You know what I'm saying?
This was the story of how I almost died as a young kid home alone, and possibly the most intense night of my life, with way too much going on. We're a family of 5. I was 10 at the time. My older brother was 14, and my little sister was 5. It was a Friday night. My brother was out with his friends causing trouble, clearly, because a dreaded phone call came to my parents. All I remember was that I was in my room playing a Star Wars video game, and I heard my mom start freaking out and crying. I got really scared and hurried to see what was wrong. My mom was on the phone with a hospital, calling to inform my parents that my brother had gotten hit by a car.
Damn.
Obviously, we were all shaken and really scared. My brother's leg was broken, but I don't know what else was said on the phone.
All right, cool.
All I know is that my parents hurried to get their coats on, grabbed my little sister from her room, and asked me if I was okay to stay home alone. I said yes, and they hurried out to the car and left. I was, of course, really worried for my brother, but I really didn't want to go to the hospital and see him in any kind of bad condition. I don't think my parents wanted me or my sister to either, but they didn't want to leave my 5-year-old sister home without them. It's worth mentioning that my brother recovered just fine, as his injury is no longer relevant to the story, other than it being the reason why I was left home alone on a Friday night. Before my dad left, he was trying to calm down my mom, telling her that my brother was going to be okay. Seeing my dad like that made me feel better. I had a feeling my mom was just being overdramatic, like any mom would be.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This story kind of, it
ain't grabbing.
I continued playing the Star Wars game for a couple more hours when I heard the front door open.
Star Wars.
I'm about to start cracking jokes. I ain't gonna lie.
So, boy, I'm about to big But it was twitching, boy.
Wait, I swear to you. He's trying to come at you.
Yeah.
Lean that nigga.
What that nigga Goku said? Just calm down. Can't take it anymore.
I had my bedroom door closed by this point. It was easily past midnight and my bedtime, so I turned off the TV and PlayStation and crawled into my bed with my Game Boy. I tried listening to hear my parents.
All the motherfucking games, huh?
So let me ask you this. You heard a little noise downstairs, but not downstairs or down the hall.
You legit.
You legit. So not only you thought smart, like, oh, let me turn off the TV and the game system because you thought I was gonna get caught. Your ass turn on the Game Boy.
Cause I still want to play the game.
What if this ain't your parents? You ain't think they ain't gonna hear this Game Boy dummy?
He probably turned. You know they got the sound.
I know that, but you can still hear it on the lowest. It don't mute.
It does mute. They got ones that mute.
They go all the way down.
Yeah, it go all the way down.
Or they got the little slide button.
Nah, they got to look and go all the way down. You go all the way down. I think got a little mute thing right there. Pause. That was weird.
Yeah, that was a lot of weird. That was a lot of
weird.
Parents' voices. Maybe hear if my brother was with them, or just hear what they were saying. But I didn't hear anything. After a few minutes of not hearing them even come up the stairs, I had a feeling something was wrong. I walked to my door and opened it quietly, then proceeded to walk over to the ledge and banister, which overlooked my...
I ain't gonna lie.
I always wanted the house.
That's
like
a cold photo, boy.
That bitch scary as hell.
Not scared. Like that bit look cold. Like that look like cuz look like he got with the fur hood is all tight shit. Cut hanging on that bitch and that like some cold ass wind just like
on some Alaskan shit.
But you know that's some stairs though, cause bitch, where you gonna find some wood like that? Planked up somewhere.
My living room. The lights were off, but there were 3 tall people standing in my living room. They weren't my family.
I'm about to grab the blicky off my desk dresser. Hit it with the sticky, make it blicky, Sir, you not rhyming now, but you about to bleed, with the 3, What you mean with the 3? That nigga dead, bleeding. I'm trying to tell you.
No.
I'm about to grab the blicky on my damn dresser. Like
decent, fuck all that shit. I don't give a fuck what it is.
I was so petrified that I was frozen for a second before I could quietly walk.
See, you walked away. You should have grabbed him. I know Dad got that bitch somewhere. And please don't let it be a 4-4, because I got 6 shots, and this bitch ain't drinking the shell.
I got 6 shots.
I got 3.
Busting at the bando.
I count 6 shots.
Kid like a band opener. Oh, that boy shot him. I'm dead.
Walk back into my room and shut the door as quietly as I could in my trepidation.
So they just grabbed the blicky, case.
Nigga.
But it wasn't quite enough, and I knew they had to have heard the door click shut, even if just slightly. I hurried to my closet door, opened it quietly, stepped inside, then shut the door. I had myself sitting behind a bunch of boxes and bags of clothes that were stuffed in my closet. I was actually pretty covered from view.
Can't get me that. You can't. It's like a try not to laugh, basically. Like, cause the funny thing, how did I catch that? And I wasn't even trying to listen to the video. I was trying to tell you something.
I wasn't even trying to catch myself, bro. But it just. Oh no, bro. All right.
There was a short period that felt like forever.
3 minutes in,
as I anticipated my bedroom door opening. And it did. At that moment, I knew I was going to die. I heard footsteps walk into the room. I couldn't tell how many people it was, maybe 1 or 2. I heard the footsteps move to my bed, and I heard my covers being played with. Then silence. Then more footsteps, this time toward the closet door. Then silence for a few seconds, which felt like grains of sand slowly dropping into an hourglass. Then the closet door opened. By this point, my heart was in my throat. All I did was sit there quietly and hold my breath. The door remained open for a long time, but I didn't look up.
Damn. Don't y'all niggas be trying to call me 30, yo. Oh, I ain't old, bitch. Yo, mama old.
I didn't move. It had to be a good 20 seconds.
Your mama ain't old. She just very
ancient, nigga. Ooh, bars. Nigga, I'm playing.
She's not ancient. She's golden. She's legend.
Seconds of silence.
Well, I'm going there. You going too? You could have just said, your mama, your mom, bro. You could have said she's beautiful. She young. But why you had to say legendary, okay? That means, hey. Okay, we pull cranks, okay? We got gold.
Mm-hmm.
We got real.
Mm-hmm.
We got epic.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then you got legendary.
Right.
And then you got diamond.
Right. They ain't diamond yet.
Bitch, they old then. They there because they just ain't got to evolve yet.
Yeah, they ain't do that yet.
Before the door closed again. Footsteps walked away from the door and then out of the room. I finally looked up and realized that from where I was huddled down behind the sacks and boxes, perhaps I was visible to that individual. It wasn't until probably an hour later that I heard my parents return. I ran downstairs to them. The front door was left ajar by the people who broke in, and they had stolen several valuables from our house. It was a night that just went from bad to worse for our family. My parents were in such a rush when they left for the hospital that they apparently didn't even lock the door. I was lucky to have not been killed or kidnapped. I look back now and wonder if the person who opened the closet and just stood there for 20 seconds saw me hiding in there.
Yes.
Maybe he was just a guy who came to rob a house, not to kidnap or hurt a child. Or maybe he just didn't see me and I narrowly escaped death or injury.
Think about
Just think about it. You
Perfect
sat there
pause,
for
nigga.
fucking
Perfect pause. Yeah, give
Oh,
me some
yeah.
shit, nigga. Yeah, I give you some shit. No, hell no. Hell no. Give me some shit. You know what I mean? And then I gotta do it again. Looking at.
There you go.
And then look, we ain't had to do nothing. That bitch just scared herself.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
For
Oh,
real.
yeah. But like I was saying though,
Yeah, go ahead.
man, just realistically,
Yeah, go ahead.
think about it.
Yeah.
A nigga opened the closet.
All right.
You already know you sitting there type shit.
Time out. How old was Cuz? I forgot. He was a jet.
Let's say he was 9. I'm gonna say he was 9.
9, 10.
9, 10.
9, 10. I ain't gonna lie, my jet 7, so June ain't that tall. And she like 10, 11. For her to duck off in the closet.
Sitting there for 20 seconds.
But you ducked off in the closet.
20 seconds?
But he said he was behind some shit.
For 20 seconds? That's a long time.
But niggas looking for valuables. Niggas ain't looking through clothes.
But I understand that. But dog wasn't looking. He was just sitting there looking.
Staring for 20 seconds?
Staring.
Yeah, Cuz probably locked.
He seen him. He just didn't do nothing. He was probably contemplating on should I do this or not.
Cuz probably caught that needs, you know, that
yeah.
That cause nigga, if he here,
people.
It's an older
somebody.
And then I felt like cuz yanking.
I don't know, bro. Like
nah, cause you came in this bit smooth.
Yeah, nigga, give me this bitch real smooth.
It's gotta come out rough. It's a 50-50 chance. If it's not a rough way in, that means your odds are better because that means niggas ain't enough. Or if they could be enough. But still, you seen a person. Y'all stole shit.
Yeah.
And you ain't seen that a liquor person until you came upstairs, you seen this shit.
I'm just saying, bro, you sitting there for 20 seconds, like what you was doing, what you was contemplating. You had to be contemplating about something.
Cause you think there's a nigga in here for 20. If you see him, what you thinking?
What nigga you struck?
Bitch, yeah.
Bitch, move.
And he was up for 20 seconds. He couldn't think, stupid. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because think about it. Imagine you just like, you in here, think about it, you just bust into a closet, right?
Yeah.
Say it's like them double ones, the ones you get like it open like this, but you know it slide. Or you slide that bitch, you look up top, make sure you ain't see shit, and then say something, something fall, bam. You catch eye contact
But
with
the
a
thing
jet.
is, the nigga didn't do that shit. He just opened it and seen them.
That's what I'm saying. It's ooh damn, it is crazy.
Yeah, nigga. That's boy.
But still, think about
Like I get it.
But
I
you
get
still
it.
think
I
about
get
it.
it.
You
Like I
see a
get it.
jet. You in 20 seconds thinking like it's a jet. Now this got to be a dope. That's what my.
But even with that, then, bro, like you already broke. Then you in that bitch for a hot ass second. Listen, he was playing the game. You know what I'm saying? He was playing the game. He went to lay down. He was still playing the game.
They still.
Not even that, nigga. He went out to look at the niggas. You see him 3 black figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He went back. He crept back. How long that was, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Closed the door. Went back to lay down. We don't know how long. We don't know the time spans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been. Let's just say hypothetically, it could have been like a good 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I get you that.
You know what I'm saying? You tell me you ain't finna wake up. And on top of that, he said you heard a loud noise. You ain't finna wake up. Fuck all that being old shit. I'm a deep sleeper. You ain't finna wake up.
I'm gonna wake up all the way.
You tell him, bro, come on now. You're right. You're right. Yeah, right. What the fuck?
Hey, cuz, just go ahead and put that shit down.
Yeah,
You gonna slide.
Yeah, right.
I tell you when we slide. There was a jet in the closet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Time to go. Right as we pull up, somebody pulling up.
Yeah.
What? Nigga, I told you.
It was a cold evening in November 2021, and I decided to take my dog Max for a late night walk. We live in a quiet suburban neighborhood in Texas, not far from the woods. I've always liked how peaceful it is at night. Just the wind, the rustling leaves, and the occasional hoot of an owl. But that night was different. Max and I walked down the familiar path, his leash loose in my hand as he sniffed around. Everything was normal until we reached the edge of the woods. That's when Max froze. He stood perfectly still, his body tense, and let out a low growl. I followed his gaze, and that's when I saw it. A dark figure standing motionless at the tree line. My first thought was that it might be a lost hiker. People occasionally wandered into these woods and got turned around. I called out, "Hey, do you need help?" The figure didn't respond. It didn't even move. It just stood there, a shadow against the darker backdrop.
Something on the shoulder.
Time to fucking go.
As
soon if I ask for help, listen, you can't judge them.
No. Not saying that. Just like I walk in and my dog start crying. You should know
even with that, that's red flag.
You should know your dog to a point when your dog start growling. Your dog friendly. You know, he like all type of people and shit, but he started growling. Like, all right,
yeah, it's time to go. Time to go take shit. But like, I get where she come from. That's how y'all used to do. I mean, that's how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? In y'all city. Type shit. We ain't finna ask you shit. We finna go the other way. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga just sitting up, if a person just sitting there chilling behind some lights, motionless,
mind my business.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you want, boy. You could be friendly or what, but god damn it, bro, that's creepy as hell, man. The fuck is you doing that for?
You be back there just he could been on his phone low key just. I'm just saying, just cause think about it, in the lights, and just cause like, imagine you trying to smoke a J off the court, or you trying to smoke a cigarette off somewhere, type shit, or trying to hit the vape, hit the pen. Mm-hmm. You ain't just trying to do it on this, the walkway, cause then people gonna say, can you at least move out the way, or as an interrupter, they walking or jogging type shit, whatever, blah blah blah.
But nigga, you not in the movie scene, bro.
I'm not, but you just saying, cause
but why you sitting smack dead in the middle of the light?
What if that light is bouncing off a pond? Pause. Cause look, all right, look at it.
Indeed.
The middle of the light.
That's not the light though.
What is okay? The middle. How the fuck you sit in the middle of a light? Like a street light? You sit under the middle of a street light? That shit.
They said a beaming light. Hold on.
Got turned around. It'd be a body in my hand as he sniffed around. Everything was normal until we reached the edge of the woods. That's when Max froze. He stood perfectly still, his body tense, and let out a low growl. I followed his gaze, and that's when I saw it. A dark figure standing motionless at the tree line. My first thought was that it might be a lost hiker. People occasionally...
What the fuck is a tree line?
Tree lines are like, so you know you walk down the trail,
Yeah.
and then you got regular trees, and then it's like tall bushes and like medium-sized trees, but you know they be in like in a group for like I guess like people restore a plant down or you know trying to rebuild Earth because people cut too many trees down. That's a tree line. So basically, it's like where it's a bunch of trees at, like it's a bunch of Mother Nature at, and you like niggas haven't cut it. You may walk past a bando and the grass all high type shit. That's a tree line.
Fuck that. I'm leaving.
Remember when I said just like mind my business, I'm gonna slide somewhere else.
Yeah.
We wandered into these woods and got turned around. I called out, "Hey, do you need help?"
Nope.
The figure didn't respond. It didn't even...
That's you, right there. Because if I'm walking with you, hey, you, fuck you got going on? You know him?
No.
All right, cool. That we walking the top of us. Nah, I got just.
You look like you need help.
Nah, I'll come. We read that back on. Slide to us. You look like you need help. What if you end up on the news? That's his problem.
Look, we walking right. we walking.
Yeah,
we walking.
Walking well.
No, we walking the other. We walking the other way.
Who walking?
Us.
Ooh, no homo shit, bro. I'm putting you on my shoulder hauling ass because it's over. Yes, we go.
Look, you gonna turn around the bitch right behind your ass.
Ooh.
Right, this is right there.
Right, you better say something because you got that shit on his shoulder, cuz. I mean, put a second gear. All right, yeah. You can float. Be on your ass. All right, Chicago. What? You remember Spider-Man? Yeah, we on some shit.
What the fuck? Nigga got powers.
Bitch, win. Lock in, twin. Lock in.
I can't lock it.
No, you meant. Hold on. It ain't working. No, bitch, not me. But anyway, we still locking in.
I need the nigga still running.
It just stood there, a shadow against the darker backdrop of the trees. I couldn't make out any details. No face, no features, just a tall, dark shape. My chest tightened, but I told myself not to overreact. Maybe they were scared or confused. "Max, let's go," I said, tugging gently on his leash. He hesitated, but eventually followed me as I started walking back.
The fuck you tugging on your dog? Man, I would've.
Because remember,
I don't give a fuck. I'm picking up my dog and running.
Nah, my dog locked in with me, bro. When I run, you run. Nigga sense.
So you gonna drop the leash?
I'm not. No. Hell no.
So what you gonna drag him? Good thing it ain't moving.
He got a small dog. I don't got no small dog. You know what? I'm trying to get me like a German Shepherd or something. So that nigga gonna lock in.
He might fuck around and try to bite the shit. Let me tell you something.
That's why my dog gonna be locked in.
I'm gonna let you know something.
My dog gonna be locked in.
If that nigga run that way, I'm running the opposite way. I hope my dog come back safely.
Lock in to her.
Lock in.
No, nigga, no bite. All right.
Toward home. That's when I noticed something that made my heart skip a beat. The figure was moving, not walking exactly, but shifting, gliding almost, staying just at the edge of the tree line. Every time I stopped, it stopped. When I started walking again, it followed. I tried to convince myself it was just a trick of the light, maybe the way the shadows moved with the wind. My hands started to shake, and Max growled again. a deep, rumbling sound I'd never
Still up.
Like, y'all there. They still there.
heard from him before. By the time we reached my street, I was practically jogging, my breath clouding in the cold air. I kept looking over my shoulder, but the figure never left the trees. It just stood there watching. When I got to my house, I fumbled with the keys, my fingers clumsy from the cold, and I panicked. Finally, I got the door open, and Max and I rushed inside. I locked the door, double-checked it, and turned off all the lights. I stood there in the dark, my heart pounding, listening. The house was silent, except for the sound of Max's heavy breathing. I tried to convince myself that it was over, that whoever or whatever it was had stayed in the woods, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. At around 2 a.m., I woke up to a sound outside my window. At first, I thought it was the wind, but as I listened, I realized it was something else. Whispering. It was faint, almost like the wind was carrying voices, but it was too clear, too deliberate. My stomach turned as I crept to the window and peeked out through the blinds. What I saw made my blood run cold. The same figure was standing just outside my yard, its head tilted slightly as if it were listening. The same figure was standing just outside my...
Hold on. Listen. Oh. My thing is, why nobody be armed in these stories? Nobody be armed, bro.
Nobody got a pole.
Nothing. A rocket launcher, grenades,
Bro,
nothing.
the thing is, like, y'all ain't never seen scary movies. You never seen Jason versus Freddy. Jason. What about Freddy? I mean, you can't really defeat Freddy unless he come in the human world, but you still got, like, okay, you can't beat Jason. You still can't beat Michael Myers. You still can't beat Leatherface. But still, nigga, like, think about it.
Nigga.
Them are movies. We still got maniacs out here who can't die. Defend yourself.
Because y'all just out here, oh my God.
All right, all it take is just one back out. You ain't gotta shoot him in the head or something. Try to aim for his leg.
Leg, arm. No, not fuck the arms because they're gonna still come at you. Fuck them kneecaps up. Fuck them kneecaps
hit
up.
Hit a leg. If you hit a leg, then remember they gotta walk with a limp.
Listen, be careful where you shoot them at because you can't shoot them in a main artery. You can't kill them. Fuck that.
Okay, now, but
that's self-defense though. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna be at fault.
But self-defense now, if you feel beyond scared, near threatened, call the police first, and then tell them as you back the back at them. I
ain't gonna lie.
That's how you defend yourself.
You guys are gonna be on the phone with them at the time. Yeah. Call them.
And as they 911, what is your emergency?
Fuck it.
I feel threatened. I feel scared. Or send 911, and then as they hear it, they gonna just send the police.
Bro. So you'll be straight. But these people right here, I don't know if this either.
And as you sit there, and as the police answer, it's gonna record you, and they're gonna have the whole conversation.
But I don't know. This either goddamn like a story, as in
life
fake.
Man.
No,
fake.
Like a fake story, like people telling these fake stories, or if it's a real story or anything of that matter. Even if it's real or if it's fake, nobody never have a fucking pole. Nobody have nothing to arm themselves, nothing like that. Like I understand it's a scary story,
a stick on top of it.
But damn, at least try to make it realistic or something, bro. Like, fuck, y'all pissing me off at this point. This boy is bullshit. And if anything, if that was just a person, that nigga would have got your ass. If anything, cause you
stupid.
Yeah,
not to say stupid. Like I'm just saying,
I was about to say something worse. I was about to say something
think
worse.
Think about it. Like if you seen him, you should have just called the police.
The police, right then, right there.
Because if you seen him again, he's still there. Police should have.
Now you know where you live.
Think about it.
That boy who.
That boy was watching, twin.
That boy
Next thing you know, as you about to close these motherfucking blinds.
Oh yeah, nigga, I'm out.
Yeah,
nigga, I'm right here, nigga. I'm right here.
Lock in, twin.
I'm right here. What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm about to knock on your door right now. You don't even know it.
What you talking about?
I'm about to knock on your door.
I got my spirit about to ring your doorbell. The ring doorbell.
Yeah.
As soon as you look at it, it's just nothing. Looking at it, you gonna look at previous nothing.
I'm on the other side.
Other side, where?
On the ring door.
As you
He gonna popping up on the other side of the ring, though.
I ain't popping on the side.
That man ain't got 360.
No, look, cause you look like you do this as you locking in, looking on your phone. Hey, cuz, what you looking for, huh?
Oh,
Gotcha. On you. Who we looking for, huh? Yeah.
That is that.
Hold his
My
hand.
yard, its head tilted slightly as if it were listening.
Nobody.
And it wasn't alone. It looked like it was talking to someone, but there was no one there. Just the figure, standing in the faint glow of the streetlight.
Hold on.
It's-
I'm sorry. Repeat, because there's nobody there, but it's this faint figure. So explain. That's what I'm hearing. Just repeat the sentence.
And it wasn't alone. It looked like it was talking to someone, but there was no one there. Just the figure, standing in the faint glow of the streetlight, its shadow stretching across the grass. I backed away from the window, my heart pounding in my ears. I grabbed my phone and called the police, my voice shaking as I told them someone was outside my house. They told me to stay on the line and that officers were on their way. It felt like forever, but the police arrived quickly. I watched from my window as their patrol car pulled up, its lights flashing. 2 officers got out and approached the figure. They called out to it, their voices firm but calm. The figure didn't run or resist. It just stood there as they cuffed it and led it to the car. One of the officers knocked on my door to let me know they had the man in custody. I asked if they knew who he was or why he was there. The officer hesitated before saying, "It's strange. He's been missing for years. We think he's been living in the woods all this time." He's not talking, though. I didn't know what to say. My mind was racing with questions. Why had he been following me? Who or what had he been talking to? The officer assured me that they would take him in and figure out what was going on, but his words didn't do much to calm me. That night, I barely slept. Every creak, every gust of wind outside made me jump. I kept thinking about the way the figure had moved, the way it had followed me without ever stepping into the light.
I ain't gonna lie. That innocent man would have been dead.
Nah, it would have been living.
And those whispers, I still don't know if they were real or if my mind was playing tricks on me.
You block it.
I shot him in the chest.
Exactly.
The next morning,
That's
I
it.
found myself staring out the window, half expecting to see the figure standing there again. It wasn't, but that didn't bring much comfort. Even now, I don't take Max on late night walks anymore. I can't bring myself to go near the woods. The police never told me much else about the man they arrested, but I heard from a neighbor
So he just was like a confused homie.
Yeah, he was just confused. He didn't know what the fuck.
that he was taken to a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah. Confused.
Sometimes I wonder if he was just a man who'd lost his way, or if there was something darker in those woods that had found him first. Before we get into the next story, if you come for the first time,
I ain't gonna lie, I was just about to say that.
Okay.
please make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for upcoming scary stories. We need your support. Please share these stories with your friends and family. Thanks.
Yeah, man, y'all made it this far. You know what I'm saying? Putting up with our bullshit. Like, comment, and subscribe, bro. What the fuck?
I'll bullshit. Not bullshit, your bullshit, cause
Man, your bullshit is not bullshit.
okay, then.
I said our bullshit.
I don't understand. Maybe that's including y'all.
Y'all bullshit is our bullshit.
Since y'all not locking in with us, we can't lock in. You feel me? We can't get up there.
We trying to be like Consonant.
Yeah.
We trying to have like Snoop Dogg right here.
I'm trying to say,
Most definitely Snoop Dogg.
like,
What's up, Snoop?
Like,
You know what I mean? Like, you'll be funny as fuck with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? So, just
Change
lock
it to
in,
everybody.
lock in.
Anybody.
Lock in.
Just not Drake.
Not Drake.
Oh,
no dick.
In 2023, I lived in a tough part of New York City. The streets were noisy during the day, but unsettlingly quiet at night. I worked the late shift at a small office downtown, finishing around 11 p.m. most nights. It wasn't the safest routine, but it paid my rent. One cold November evening, I was heading to work. The underground parking lot where I kept my car was dimly lit and nearly empty.
Okay.
I parked near the entrance and grabbed my bag, ready to start my shift. As I walked toward the elevator, something caught my eye.
How you walk to
A
it?
man stood near a car a few rows away. At first, I thought he might be unlocking his car, but his movements seemed strange.
No, not pause.
Slow and deliberate, like he was trying to pry the door open. I paused for a moment, unsure if I should say something or keep walking. Before I could decide, the man looked up and saw me. His face was shadowed under the dim light, but I could feel his gaze. He didn't move at first, just stood there staring. Then, without a word, he turned and walked toward the exit. His steps were quick but steady, like he didn't want to draw attention. I felt a storm of unease, but told myself to focus on work. The rest of my shift was uneventful. I typed reports, answered emails, and tried to forget about the man in the parking lot. By the time I finished, I was ready to head home and get some rest. When I returned to the parking lot, it was even quieter than before. My footsteps echoed as I approached my car. I glanced around, expecting to see someone, maybe that man, but the lot was empty.
Pause.
I unlocked my car.
You trying to lock in with a nigga? Pause.
I want to see that man.
Pause.
Pause. Pause. Pause indeed.
That's crazy.
And got in, locking the doors immediately. Something about the silence felt heavier than usual, but I told myself it was just my imagination. I started the engine and pulled out of the lot, eager to get home. The drive home was uneventful at first. The streets were mostly empty, and the soft hum of my car filled the quiet. The highway stretched ahead, bordered by dark trees that seemed to press closer the further I went. About 10 minutes in, I thought I heard a faint noise behind me. It was soft, like the rustle of fabric or a small shift in weight. My heart skipped, but I brushed it off. The car's just settling, I muttered to myself, keeping my eyes on the road. But then I heard it again, this time louder. A distinct sound like someone moved.
It needed a clip.
Hey, look. Look, just.
Oh my
Pop
God,
Trump ass.
No.
What if it was a child? Cuz gone.
He gone. He shouldn't have did that, bro.
Should have said something.
For real.
My chest tightened as I realized it wasn't just the car. I glanced at the rearview mirror, and my blood ran cold. There, in the shadows of the back seat, was the man from the parking lot. He was sitting there, his eyes fixed on me, his face blank but tense. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tightly that my knuckles turned white. I didn't know what to do. Should I stop the car? Speed up? My mind raced. Before I could make a decision, he spoke.
Keep driving.
He said calmly, but there was an edge to his voice that made my stomach turn. I obeyed, my thoughts spinning. How had he gotten into my car? Had he been there the whole time? Pull over by the trees, he ordered, motioning to a dark, isolated spot on the side of the road. I swallowed hard and did as he said, hoping he would just take what he wanted and leave. Once the car stopped, he pulled out a gun. Wallet, phone, he demanded, his voice still unnervingly calm. I handed them over without hesitation, my hands shaking. He didn't say anything else, just stared at me for a moment before opening the door and stepping out. Before disappearing into the trees, he turned back and said, "If you call the cops, I'll find you." Then he was gone, swallowed by the darkness. I sat there for what felt like hours, my breathing shallow and my heart pounding. Finally, I managed to start the car and drive to the nearest gas station. The bright lights felt like a sanctuary after the darkness of the highway. Inside, I told the cashier what had happened and asked to use the phone. He handed it over without a word, his eyes wide with concern. The police arrived quickly, and I recounted everything. The man in the parking lot, how he must have hidden in my car, the robbery. They searched the area near the trees, but found no sign of him. "You're lucky he didn't hurt you," one officer said, his tone serious. I nodded, still shaken. The drive home that night was one of the longest of my life. Every shadow on the road seemed to move, and every sound made me jump. When I finally got home, I double-checked every lock on my doors and windows, still feeling like he might somehow show up again. For weeks, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I started checking my car thoroughly every time I got in, even in broad daylight. The thought of someone hiding so close without me knowing haunted me. I never saw the man again, but the fear stayed with me. It wasn't just about the robbery. It was about how easily he had slipped into my life, how close he had been without me realizing it. That kind of fear doesn't go away. It lingers like a shadow in the corner of your mind, reminding you that some dangers are closer than you think.
All right, so listen up. State Farm
Scary, yeah.
was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No,
But I mean, double check your cars. Even at nighttime, even when you leave work, cause
For real. But come on, man. Give me something. Give me something, bro.
that's like
that's going.
getting
I was 14 when it happened. My mom worked long shifts as a nurse, often overnight,
shit.
and my brother was at college. That left me alone in the house most weekends. At the time, it felt normal, just another part of growing up. But that night taught me how vulnerable I was. It was a Saturday, and I'd invited Molly over. She was someone I'd been talking to, a little more than a friend, though we hadn't put a label on it. We spent the evening watching movies in my room, laughing and joking around. My bedroom was upstairs, with a window overlooking the backyard deck. Molly left around 10 p.m. because her parents didn't like her staying out too late. We hugged
I only told her, look at me.
goodbye, and then I was alone again. I stayed in my room, scrolling through my phone and half watching TV. The soft glow of the screen was comforting in the quiet house. At some point, I heard the sound of a chair scraping against the wooden deck below my window. It wasn't a subtle sound. It was deliberate, loud enough to make me freeze. Curious, I got up and looked out the window. A man was sitting in one of the deck chairs, his body silhouetted in the dim light from the neighbor's porch. My first thought was that Molly had come back for some reason, though it didn't make sense. Still, I called her name softly through the window. The figure looked up at me. It wasn't Molly. My breath caught.
This fucking big for no reason.
They look big, but they walk so like.
Listen, but like, why would you? You can't do this. You can't. You won't be able to do this, bro. Like your shit gonna be.
I'm just like I want to get like a little swole, okay? Like I want to look decent, not buff.
I want to feel this hot. That's all.
Nah, that's buff. That's doing too much. Like, what size shirt you wear?
This medium.
All right.
I would have to.
That's you trying to get a little swole, okay? That's what you say. I'm just trying to get buff a little bit, look decent.
Gotta eat.
That's what I'm saying.
Protein. You gotta eat protein.
I like eating protein.
Eat pasta and shit, bro.
I eat plenty of pasta.
Gotta eat that.
Pasta, I eat fish.
Oh damn, no, I can't. Yeah.
You trying to kill me?
My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
It was a man, his face partially obscured by shadows, but I could tell he was staring right at me. His gaze felt invasive, like it pinned me in place. I ducked back behind the curtain, my heart pounding. Grabbing my phone, I texted a few friends in our group chat, asking if any of them were pulling some kind of sick prank. The replies came quickly, confused denials and jokes about me watching too many horror movies. I didn't believe it was them. None of my friends would come to my house just to scare me. They weren't that kind of people, but that only made things worse because it meant this man was a stranger. My stomach churned with fear, but curiosity got the better of me. I crept back to the window and peeked out. He was still there, sitting in the chair, staring at my window. It was dark, but I could see enough to know he wasn't moving. His presence felt deliberate, like he was waiting for something. I swallowed the lump in my throat and tried to sound brave as I called down to him, "What do you want?" At first, he didn't respond. Then, his shoulders started shaking. It took me a moment to realize he was laughing, silent, wheezing laughter that sent shivers down my spine. The sound finally broke through, faint and breathy, like the wind whistling through cracks in a door. "Please go away!" I shouted, trying to sound commanding, but my voice cracked, betraying my fear. He didn't move. Instead, he leaned back in the chair, his head tilted at an odd angle, as though mocking me. I slammed the window shut and drew the curtains, my hands trembling. My mind raced. Should I call the police? What would I even tell them? That a man was sitting in my backyard staring at me? It sounded ridiculous, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was in danger. I retreated to my bed, curling into a ball with my arms wrapped around my knees. The room was silent except for the faint hum of the TV, which I hadn't turned off. I didn't dare make a sound. Minutes passed, maybe hours, I couldn't tell. The house was so quiet that every creak and groan of the old wood seemed deafening. Just when I started to convince myself that he was gone, I heard it. The sound of the back door handle being jiggled. My blood ran cold. He was trying to get inside. I bolted out of bed and crouched at the top of the stairs, straining to hear. The door rattled again, harder this time, followed by a faint thud, like he was testing the strength of the lock. My breath came in shallow gasps, and I pressed my hand over my mouth to keep from making a sound. Then it stopped. For a moment, I thought he'd given up, but the relief was short-lived. I heard him move around the side of the house, the crunch of gravel underfoot. My heart pounded as I realized he was heading for the front door. The sound of the doorknob twisting reached my ears, followed by a soft push against the door. Thankfully, the locks held. Tears stung my eyes as I scrambled back to my room and locked the door. I grabbed my phone, finally working up the courage to call someone, anyone. But my hands were shaking so badly that I could barely dial. I hesitated, my thumb hovering over the call button for 911. The front door creaked, then fell silent. I waited, ears straining for any sound. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours. Eventually, the house was quiet again. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed huddled in my bed, clutching my phone like a lifeline. When my mom finally came home around 9 in the morning, I broke down and told her everything. She was furious that I hadn't called the police. Looking back, I
You didn't call the police. You stupid.
know she was right, but at the time I'd been paralyzed by fear. The man never came back. We never found out who he was or what he wanted.
No, that's it. No,
That's it.
that's it.
Damn, guys.
That was bad.
Ah.
We was trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta hit and miss. Sometimes you gotta hit and miss.
God damn, that missed all the way. So what the fuck? What the fuck? What was that, y'all? Chat, man, listen. We gonna make a Discord. You know what I'm saying?
We got lock in.
We gonna lock in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can send us some scary shit that we can do that shit instead. Because god damn, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, we ain't gonna lie, we finna come back. We gonna come back.
Definitely gonna lock in with this shit for real.
But
I'm deep, bro.
I'm humble, and we the two high individuals. Like, cause we too high.
Get it to a bus and a bit blazing.
Theme song.
Okay. Oh yeah. Spit bars.
But you know what I'm saying? We gonna lock in. Yeah. Fuck with us. Dead. Looking at.